Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Silky Intuitive. My name is Nancy. What I've got for you today is the weekly reading for the sign of Cancer, my water sign Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Check other elements, your planetary positions that may be playing a part at this time, and also check those readings too. Those will be here. Just check the alignment with the planets and go with it. Now, if you want a reading meant just for you, Cancer, you can reach out to me. Contact information is here. I am running sales now, and each of those readings have additional time added on to them. A little bit of a gift from me to you. And you can reach out to me for those readings through email or the contact page at my website. And at the end of this reading, Cancer, I'm going to go over to my Vimeo channel, and I am going to do a love reading, a focused love reading for the week of July the 22nd through the 29th. Well, I'll show it to you, but we're going to put it back in the deck. Justice card came popping out. For some of you, you may be involved in some sort of a legal pursuit. You may be dealing with an authority figure this week. This is usually on the level of a lawyer, a judge, a harsh judge maybe. Yeah, maybe a harsh judge. From what's showing here, we're going to put them all back in the deck, but I think there may be communication. I think maybe there is a correcting, of course, but of a legal situation. It may be dominant for you this week, Cancer, but I'm going to get back into your weekly reading here. Sometimes when the energies fly out like that, you sort of have to take notice, but I wasn't satisfied. All right, here we go. Now we have to take notice. I want past, present, and future. The Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. The Strength card. The Nine of Swords. The Seven of Swords. You've been dealing with someone in your life who wasn't terribly trustworthy. May have been a partner. With all of the justice showing up and the new fresh start where that's concerned, you may just be going through some sort of a legal process now. The Hermit, the Hierophant, it might be around contracts. The Empress, it might be contracts dealing with a spouse, a mate, issues. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles, a card that represents financial independence. All kind of feels like between that energy that flew out of the deck in the form of justice, rights, wrongs being corrected, maybe correcting course on a legal situation. For some of you, that is going to be part of this. But I've got an awful lot of very heavy energy having this corner dominant right here. Along with a need to show inner strength, being reflective, and really digging deep and examining a situation. It's connected to this Hierophant. Now, whether he really belongs here or not, I'm going to question this right now. It more on a very basic level, he talks about conformity, morals. He represents the more unmovable character, the structure of a situation, a legal structure maybe. He may be taking place of the justice right now. And then we have the Empress, the mother, the nurturer, the caregiver. Now, I think our, number one, I think our Empress and our Queen of Cups here is very much connected. She's going to continue to be an elemental ingredient in the telling of this little story we've got building here. Now let's go back here, and I kind of given you a basic feel as to what's going on here. But you have to take a real big notice. You can't miss it. Is this Nine of Swords right in the center of it. So there's a dealing with some negative energy. There's a monster in the room maybe nobody wants to talk about. But this can talk about the most literal sense of the Nine of Swords. Sleeplessness, depression, dealing with mental issues. You might be dealing with someone who is mentally off balance. On top of it, you've got the Mistress card. So it's a really interesting story that's building here for Cancer. For some of you, you've already separated yourself from the situation, but it feels like something that keeps bubbling up in your life. An ex-wife who doesn't seem to be satisfied. An ex-husband who wants more of your money because he may be suing you for spousal support. This, to me, is a situation that came to an end but may not have the ink on the paper. You may still be waiting for that finalization to come through. There may have been division of property. There may have been some sacrifices that you need to make. Honestly, someone is really kind of trying to get away with something here, as if they want more than they actually deserve. Someone may be coming back for more, for an increase even. Taking you maybe back to court to fight over the elephant in the room, the child support, the spousal support. Maybe resurrecting the idea that this was a partner who wasn't completely forthright in their bond with you. There may have been cheating. I must say, for some of you, this marital situation was definitely the victim of some mistresses, some masters outside of the relationship. And it's brought about some trouble. Now, you may find that someone is looking into your history, maybe. Someone might be trying to dig into your past. If this is someone on the outside trying to get to a truth connected to your life, I think that I think there's real need for reflection, for a look at the moral part of this, maybe the immoral part of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I always have problems with this card. He always blocks me. He gets in my way. Probably because I was raised Roman Catholic and I had lost faith in the Catholic Church probably when I was just a little girl. Even before I made my first communion, I was anti-Catholicism. I never saw a good in the Catholic Church, even as a kid. And now as an adult, I see him as a pope, and I see him as that authority figure that talks out of both sides of their mouth. So I don't want to get really revved up here about this, but this can, to me, this really talks about the double-edged sword. It talks about the hypocrisy in someone. And to me, it feels almost like hypocrisy that someone in this severed relationship, mostly because someone went on the outside of a relationship or the outside of a partnership to satisfy their own ends, you know, to look for the means to their own ends. They didn't take their partner into a great deal of consideration here. And so, you know, their foot got caught in the trap now. There's a real feeling like, aha, I gotcha now. I gotcha. You've been tripped up. I caught you in a lie, maybe. Someone may be trying to do that to you. Someone may be trying to catch you with your foot in something wrong, in something bad. And this is the hypocrisy to me of the person who is looking for trouble with you. You may know the situation going on around you. I can say that freely. Because it feels to me like you've already either stepped away from it or you are just an observer. But if you're just observing this, isolated and on the outside of the situation, there's a reason why you're here in the situation. I think for some of you, you will be playing a part in this if you are not already doing so. Now, let me first get some Sibila clarity on these. I think you come out all right because she also talks about growth and stability. She relies on her things. She relies on her things, the beautiful things in her surroundings. That's what she uses for her own sense of inner strength, her own inner healing. And so to me, it feels like there's a need for you to heal. Someone is going to step in it. But I think for whoever the element in this situation is that's already separated from it, and maybe an outsider just observing now, you may end up getting caught up in a situation that, frankly, either you walked away from or you don't want to have any part of. Now I'm going to say that some of you may be getting drug into some gossip, maybe getting drug into a situation that you know is morally wrong, but you may hold a secret. You may hold something very informative for someone else, something beneficial for someone else in the situation. This is saying you may end up getting caught up in this. If you don't want to get caught up in this, mind your own business, man. Stay away from this one, because this one is going to lead to presently a lot of trouble if this is you. Currently, there's trouble here. It's kind of wrapped up in this love situation. It may be even tied to pregnancy, which occurred outside of a marriage. Some of you may be dealing with that situation now. You may have had to let go of a lover, a partner, a situation, because there was someone else involved who is now pregnant, expecting a child. Don't say it doesn't happen. It happened in my first marriage. Did I just say that? Ooh, publicly and out loud. I just busted my first husband. Yeah. It happened. Clarification. Donati. Interesting. Idellarante. And la fedeltà. Desperado di gelosia. Someone's careless behavior, jealousy maybe. I think some of this is about money for some of you. It's about money. I think if it's about money for some of you, you can be sure that you're independent. Your independent security is secure. This for you. If you're on the outside, you're the observer. Someone here is really interested in money over anything. And maybe this is a court case or something that's being resurrected. They're taking advantage of the fact that maybe there was a careless action on your part or on someone's part. You may just be the informant. You may be the one holding the information on this, keeping it trapped in your head. You have the power to unearth a lot of truth here. Someone does. And that's why maybe you're getting brought into this situation. I have to say, if you're not wanting to be in the situation for this week, you're really being asked to stay out of it, because it can get really messy. There's gossip swirling about this, and a lot of that gossip is really tied to someone's kind of thoughtless, careless behavior. Thoughtless, careless behavior. And you may be getting dragged into all of that gossip. So if you know of the situation, you're really kind of being asked to stay out of it. The teacher awakens. Mary Magdalene. You have something important to share. Isn't that something? Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So this is really saying, if you have something that important to share, it's time to speak. But maybe this is saying speak to the right person. We've got Mary Magdalene here. She nurtures the situation. She's the mother. She's the empress. Maybe you need to go to someone's, God help me for saying this, if you know of a man who is behaving carelessly, and I am talking about serious harm being done to someone's family, you may be asked to reflect on the possibility of speaking to someone's wife or mother. But we have this Empress energy around this situation, and I almost feel like the person being violated is the very person who needs to be informed as to what's going on in their life. I almost have to say that somebody has no idea about the infidelities that went on around them. There's kind of a question mark around that. This is a separated relationship. So I don't really know why this is taking part now, unless the process is not yet complete. Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Again, with the truth being revealed. Somebody has a truth to tell in the situation that's going to give great insight. Oh, yeah, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So, messages are not only coming through informative friends and family, possibly, but there's also important information coming through in dreams, in the newspaper, in what you read, in music. There are messages going on all around you right now. I'm going to take Venus here, and I'm going to put her up here. She's going to take a place up here for your love reading. I think the advice here, if this is making sense to any of you, the real objective here is if you have to reveal a truth, make sure you reveal it to the right source. Make sure you reveal it to the right person. There is a wrong person to tell this truth to. I think some of you are being guided to go to the nurturing energy, the wife, the mother. It's a teachable moment, but there's a lesson. Someone here is holding a lesson that needs to be shared with the right person. So I think thoughtful consideration needs to be made while you decide who to share this with. And I'm going to finish you with this real quickly. It's got to be somebody that has a great deal of inner strength and can handle the information, because it really is kind of all connected to a contractual ending, to a past walking away, to an agreement of some kind, and now we're going back in and we're going to try to tear holes in that agreement. I think that's what may be going on here for some of you. There's information that is going to be shared, and it's going to rip some holes into someone's legal situation. You need to be ready for that, because you may be holding important information. Now I'm going to go talk about love. So, guys, reach me if you need to. The information is here. I'm going to talk about love. It's just 1 week. Look at your sun, moon, rising, and anything else that's important right now. And until next week, Cancer, pardon me, take care, be well, and peace.